चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अजानुलम्बितो भुजौ कनकवदातो सङ्कीर्तने कपित्रो कमलायताक्षो विशम्बरो द्विजवरो युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपीकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्ते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे रमणेश्वरी भानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। भक्त्या विहीनाय पराधलक्ष्मी क्षिप्तस्य समाधितरङ्गमर्गे भावयि तं शरणं प्रपन्नं नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। Please mute your microphones. I'm hearing so much noise. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Happy Kartik. Very auspicious month. Shri Kartik month. We all going to observe starting from today onwards. As I explained yesterday, Kartik month is the month of Radharani. And I also told the reason why this month is named after Radharani. Radharani is Kirtika Sundari. The another name of Kartik month is Urja Vrata. Urja means energy. Yeah, Urja. We all need energy to live, to survive, and to do many other activities. But we need Urja, means energy, the spiritual energy for the soul, so that our soul can get the final destination. The final destination is Radha Dasyam, to serve the lotus feet of Radharani, to serve divine couple Shri Shri Radha Krishna, and the combination of couple Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Antar Krishna Bhair Gaura. So that's why it's known as Urja Vrata. Another name of Kartik month is Damodar Vrata. Damodar. This month name is Damodar Mas. And because we all know, in this month, Yashoda Maya binded Krishna, a rope in her hand. She binded Krishna, she binded the waist of Krishna. That's why this month is known as Damodar Mas. But it's not only Yashoda Maya who binded Krishna. Radharani also bind Krishna with a very special rope. What is that rope? It says Pranena Rasena Ditangri Padma, the rope of love. So to bind someone to whom we love, we don't need a rope, a living rope. The rope of love is enough to bind any person, no matter if that person is far away from us. but prem, love is something which can bind anyone. So because Radharani binded Krishna in this month is known as Damodar month. And that's why devotees in Vrindavan, they visit every day Shri Radha Damodar temple and do parikrama of Shri Radha Damodar temple. We just with our mind, we can go Radha Damodar and we pray obeisances to Radha Damodar, and with a ghee lamp we can offer arati to Radha Damodar and offer our flowers of our Shraddha, our love to the lotus feet of Radha Damodar. Please bless us on this day so that we can able to follow this Damodar Vrata, this Kartik Mass, nicely under the guidance of our Srila Gurudev. Yeah. On this day, every year, Srila Gurudev used to begin speaking about the glories of this month. The glories of this month. That why this month is so special and important. Because most of the pastimes of Krishna in Braj manifested in this month. Most of the pastimes. Like Govardhan Dharan Leela. Krishna lifted Govardhan 7 days, 7 nights. So that means 7 days, 7 nights is passed in lifting Govardhan. And rest 21 days left to complete Kartik month. And in that 21 days, also he did so many other pastimes. Like he went to Varun Loka to get Shri Nanda Maharaj back to Braj from the river. I'm going to explain all this pastime when the special occasions and tithis comes. Also in this month, as we were hearing, Yashoda Maya binded Krishna. This happened in this month. And the best of all the pastimes of Radha Krishna, that is Rasa Leela. Today is Sharad Purnima. Yeah. And the end of Kartik month is also Rasa Purnima. Yeah. The best of all the pastimes of Krishna is Rasa Leela. As Krishna says himself, Santi Yadyapya Prajya Leela Sthasa Manohara Nahi Jane Smrite Rase Mano Kim Drishyam Bhave. Even though I perform so many pastimes, but when I think of Ras Leela, I don't know what happens to me. I get restless and I love to perform this Ras Leela because this is Prem Leela. All these pastimes happen in this Kartik month. Not only the pastimes of Krishna, but the pastimes of our acharyas, the pure devotees of the Lord, their appearance and disappearance also falls in this auspicious month Kartik. I'm speaking exactly how Srila Gurudev used to start this Kartik month to offer our Pushpanjali to this auspicious month. So Gurudev used to say, most of the acharyas, means the disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, they appear or disappear in this holy month. Starting with today, our Param Gurudev, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj disappearance day. And Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Vedanta Trikram Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Bhakti Sirup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Narottam Thakur, and the last day of Kartik, when the 30th day comes, is disappearance of my Guru Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. So you see, this auspicious month Kartik starts with disappearance of Param Gurudev and ends with disappearance of my Guru Maharaj. Yeah. So let us start observing Kartik month nicely by chanting more and more, following the vrata of eating, restricting our sleeping, and remembering more and more Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas. Because Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj Ji and my Guru Maharaj quite often used to say, Hari, Guru, Vaishnav, Tiner Smaran Hai, Vigna Vinashan, Anya Sapave Nij Vanchit Puran. Meaning, Hari, Guru, Vaishnav. Remembering not only Hari or Guru, but Hari, Guru, and Vaishnav in one line. Tiner Smaran. By remembering three of them, all the obstacles in bhakti get destroyed. And one can fulfill their heart desires by remembering three of them. So all devotees try to perform either Mangalarti in the morning, which will be the best, or evening Arati, singing Damodar Ashtakam every day. Namam Vishwaram Sachidananda Rupam. So you can sing this and offer Arati to the Thakurji. This is how we observe Kartik month. And every day we're going to hear some Hari Katha. Maybe in between some days uh, we will change our schedule um, because I will be going to Badger for 4 days, 5 days, and I will see if I get internet there or not. Sometimes they don't have internet there. So somehow we will manage something, but we'll get you all posted prior in advance. Today, very auspicious day, disappearance of Srila Bhakti Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, one of the very prominent associate of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada and the right hand of Srila Prabhupada. Whenever Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada he wanted to achieve some very difficult task, he was so much confident of Param Gurudev, and he used to say, nothing to worry. Vinod Bihari Brahmachari will take care of this. Vinod Bihari will take care of this. As Krishna can do impossible possible, similarly Param Gurudev also can have done so many things impossible possible. Yeah. So according to that time frame, I will try to discuss some of the glories of Param Gurudev. As we all know, we have heard thousands of times that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, when he completed his great yajna of chanting 100 billions of holy name, then Saparshad Shri Gaur Hari, means Mahaprabhu and all his associates appeared there. Srila Prabhupada folded hands, prayed to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah. Mahaprabhu said, I have not sent you here for chanting. I want you to spread preaching. Prabhupada said, in so much humble mood and humility, how can I preach? For preaching we need manpower and money. I don't have man, I don't have money. Mahaprabhu said, don't worry. I will send you my own man and I will send you money. So if Mahaprabhu wants to send man and money, then how he can do his preaching by his own? Why he has to choose Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada for this? Yeah, why? Because Srila Prabhupada is very near and dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very close. And that's why through Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, Mahaprabhu wants to preach. Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is not different from the Shakti, the potency of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As in the Parnam mantra of Bhaktivinoda Thakur it is said, Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namane Gaur Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Varayate. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is Gaur Shakti Sarupaya, the embodiment of the potency of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is the potency of Mahaprabhu? The potency is Sri Gadadhar Pandit. And the expansion of Gadadhar Pandit is the expansion of the potency of Gadadhar Pandit is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So he is the one who has taken all these services of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and preached about the Gaura Nam, Gaura Dham, and Gaura Kam. Means the names of Mahaprabhu, the teachings of Mahaprabhu, and all the glories of Mahaprabhu. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has penned down everything. But Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is the one who has spreaded this with the blessings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So when Mahaprabhu said, I will send my own man to you, what does this mean? This means all these associates who came to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada was the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Param Gurudev, who came right in the beginning when Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada he started preaching. He came in the very beginning, prior to any other Acharya. So there was one Paramanand Prabhu and Vinod Bihari Brahmachari. Once upon a time, in Siddham Mayapur, Prabhupada was ringing bell, and some visitors were there. And Srila Prabhupada said, I'm seeing very soon the glories of Mahaprabhu will be spreaded all over the world. There will be so many temples around the country. There will be so many books, publication everywhere. So a person asked Srila Prabhupada, you don't even have anyone with you to assist you, and you are dreaming of this. Who is going to help you with this? And very confidently, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said, Vinod Bihari is there. He will do this. He was so confident of him that he will do this. So we can wonder how it's possible. What is the contribution of Param Gurudev? Because when we discuss or try to describe the glories of Acharya, so the glories of Acharya is from two perspectives. One is their life history, means their conduct, their nature, and other is their contribution to this world. Yeah, what is your contribution? Yeah. Gurudev used to ask. You took Diksha, initiation, and what is your contribution in the mission of Mahaprabhu? Gurudev used to ask this question. And devotees, they just bow their head down. They have no reply. Because their contribution is just, okay, Gurudev, you gave me initiation. That's all. And now I am contributing by chanting the name which you gave me. This is my contribution. So they said, no. Every one of you have to take some responsibility of some service. Add something in this mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, some contribution. Mm. It's not that only acharyas have contribution. We as servants of acharya, in their assisting them in their mission, if we add some of our uh, contributions, will get benefited in their contribution of this great yajna of serving the mission of Mahaprabhu. We are just putting one oblation, Swaha, and the yajna is being done by acharyas. They are doing the yajna, and we are just putting one little small oblation. So, honhar vidwan ke hot chitne par. The glories of acharyas is known from their childhood. Param Gurudev, Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, he had so much compassion for living entities, for jivas. When he was a young boy, he had made a team of some boys who were saving their pocket money and going to help so many poor people or those who are needy or diseased people. So after his school, Param Gurudev, along with his friends, he used to help community. And because of that, sometimes he's late coming back to home. Mother was little upset. Uh, she was upset that why he's coming late. And I'm worried if he's doing good in his association or not. After being observing this boy every day, one day mother cannot tolerate and she starts scolding her son, means our Param Gurudev. Where were you so late? Every day you coming so late. What are you doing? Huh? You are in bad association? So much she's scolding. But Param Gurudev is so politely and with so much gravity folded hand, he said, no mother, I'm not in bad association. Then why you late every day coming back to home? Then Param Gurudev said, I have made a group of my friends together. We are helping those who are diseased. We are saving our pocket money. We are not spending anything on ourselves, but we're saving every single money to help people, those who are needy. So there was one Mataji, she's having a disease called cholera, and I was there to help her because this is contagious disease. No one is going to help her. So we thought better we should take care of her. She's old lady. When Param Gurudev was describing this, the mother started crying. The tears of love start falling from her eyes. And she was wondering, such a small boy, and he has so much concern for those who are needy and those who need help. Param Gurudev was helping them. So this has been seen from his childhood. He has compassion. And this mood of compassion is something which is prominent, very in depth, very, very prominent in the life history of all the acharyas, in all the devotees. Compassion. They sacrifice their own time, they sacrifice their own comforts for the sake of helping the devotees, helping the people. This is their nature. And this is not something which they practice. This is inherent in them. This is the second nature, or we can say first nature. Yeah. Param Gurudev was very sharp in his studies. And especially if someone is saying something negative or wrong, immediately Param Gurudev used to attack on that person. How can you say like this? And you always need some evidence, some proofs in this way. Param Gurudev he heard about Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada and he joined Srila Prabhupada very, very early years, even when Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj was present on this planet. Param Gurudev, on the order of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, that you all go and see him. All go means Param Gurudev and other brahmachari. So once upon a time, Param Gurudev went to see Shri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj when he was locked himself in toilet. In those days, as described by our Srila Gurudev, Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, toilets are not as we have nowadays, like flushing toilet. That was not the system. In those days, like 100 years back, it was like there was only one single, like a covered brick room with no flushing system, and everyone from the village used to come to pass there, and the stool get collected there, and after some hours a person used to come and clean that. So every person of the village has to come in the same toilet to pass stool. What to speak of 100 years back? Even I have seen this. 30 years back, I used to see this in one village. When we used to go village, we see this system. So Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, he used to lock himself in that toilet and used to chant Harinam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Param Gurudev used to chant there. Oh, sorry. Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj used to chant there. But we might think, how is possible? We are told not to take our beads in the toilet. Okay, although we can chant holy name even in the toilet or in our shower, but we are not supposed to take the beads. What is different with us and is different with Mahabhagavas, and the crest jewel of all Mahabhagavas is Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, whose Vairagya renunciation, he is the like personification of renunciation, very renounced person. But why he used to chant in the toilet? Because he was Siddha Mahatma, he was very perfect person. And anyone who used to come to him, they always asking some boons from him, blessings from him to achieve some material benefits. So Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, he used to lock himself in the toilet, and many people, or even big ministers, magistrates used to knock the door. Please open, Babaji Maharaj, we want to have your darshan. Please open. And he used to say, I'm too tired. I have no energy. I cannot open the door. Why he's sitting there in the stool and chanting there? He's not feeling any disturbance with the bad odor, the smell. No, because his mind is absorbed somewhere else. And when someone's mind is absorbed in some happiness, I'm speaking about ourselves. If our mind is absorbed in some very good news or in some sufferings, or mind is absorbed in someone, then no matter if you're feeling hungry or sleepy or cold or hot, we don't mind. We don't feel that because mind is not alone with ourselves. Then what to speak of? Personality like Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj is totally absorbed in chanting the names of Radharani. And his favorite bhajan was Kothai Go Premamai Radhe Radhe Tomar Kangal Tomar Dake Radhe Radhe Dekha Diya Prana Rakho Radhe Radhe. Shri Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, in the mood of separation, he used to chant Radhe, Radhe, where are you Radharani? Where are you Radharani? I'm your beggar. I will die without your darshan. I will die without your darshan. Please extend your darshan to me. O Radharani, please extend your darshan to me. In this way, Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, day and night he is chanting these names. So, materialistic persons, although big ministers used to come and wants to have his darshan, not for spiritual darshan, but to get something from him. Yeah, that's why he's not opening door. He used to say, the smell of this stool is nothing, but all this materialistic person coming with so many desires, actually their smell, their odor is bad even than the stool. That's why he was not opening door. In the same sequence, Param Gurudev, sent by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, and Param Gurudev knocked the door. Babaji Maharaj, open the door. He said, no, I'm very tired. I have no energy. I cannot open the door. Then Param Gurudev used to say, Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, Bimla Prasad has sent me here to have your darshan. And just by hearing the name of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, Babaji Maharaj immediately used to open the door, to see, oh, yeah, someone is uttering the name of Prabhupada. Babaji Maharaj was so much proud of Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada. He used to say, he is someone who is sent by my Prabhu. Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj used to say boldly that Prabhupada is someone which is so near and dear of my Prabhu, and my Prabhu has sent him here. So Param Gurudev used to pay obeisance to Babaji Maharaj. And Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj said, go on preaching. Go ahead with the preaching. And whatever obstacles will come on your way, I will take all your obstacles on my head. Don't worry. Go on preaching. Param Gurudev understood, if his personality like Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj is taking care of all my responsibilities, then there will be no any obstacles in my life. And that will be a great boon for me to serve my Guru Pad Padma, to my Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. So what lesson we can drive from this exchanges? Whenever we see any Vaishnav, yeah, senior or junior, or whenever we stand right in front of the Thakurji, what should we pray? You see, we are so conditioned that we don't even know what we have to pray. We should always pray, please give me that energy, that potency, and that intelligence so that I can surrender my life to my Guru Maharaj. I can serve my Guru Maharaj. I can get connected and attached to my Gurudev. Please bless me with this. This is what Param Gurudev asked from Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj. He didn't give up association of his Guru Maharaj by saying that, oh, Babaji Maharaj is more elevated than my Prabhupada, so I reject Prabhupada and go to Babaji Maharaj. No, that was not the mood. But seeking blessings from someone who is so high, that help me, bless me so that I can serve my Gurudev and get connected more and more to my Gurudev. Shri Guru Charane Rati, Aise Utama Rati. The attachment of Srila Gurudev is the best attachment. So I'm just little thinking from where to start with. Param Gurudev, what is his contributions? Today we all go to Shri Navdeep Dham, Shri Mayapur Dham, without any worry and without any obstacle, but that was not the case years back. Shri Mayapur Dham was totally captured by the Muslims, and gradually they were taking over the whole area, the whole territory of Mayapur Dham, which is the birthplace of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur wanted to establish a mutt there. Yeah. And he established mud. But everywhere was Muslims around, everywhere. So it was desire of Srila Prabhupada to free Sri Dham Mayapur from the clutches of Muslims, from their influence. So Param Gurudev, he fought for this. He used to ride on horse, which for him was very normal because he belongs from very rich landlord family and used to have so many, fields, so many land belongs to him. He's from very rich landlord family. And he used to ride on horse in Shidam Mayapur and used to show his influence to all these Muslims who try to capture Mayapur Dham. Whenever Param Gurudev was riding on horse and coming to these Muslims to see them, they all used to salute him and say, Babuji, Babuji, oh my master, oh my master. And sometimes Param Gurudev used to give them some money. Even while crossing Ganga from Mayapur to Navdeep Dham, we see there's so many boatmen. When Param Gurudev used to come to that ghat to cross Ganga on a boat, all these boat persons they used to come running to Param Gurudev. Come, please come on my boat. Please come on my boat. Please come on my boat. And why they were so anxious to bring Param Gurudev on their boats? Because he used to pay them 10 times more than it was the normal fare. 10 times more. If it was 10 cent, Param Gurudev used to give them $1. And that's why everyone is running after him. The complaint came to Srila Prabhupada that Prabhupada, we are working so hard to collect money and there is so much financial crisis. We are hand to mouth. And Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, he's just wasting money like this for his enjoyment to get name and fame from the localites. When Prabhupada heard this, he smiled because he's fully confident for his disciple. He knew there is some cause, there is some reason why Vinod Bihari Brahmachari is doing this. And he fully understands the subtle vision. Those were complaining they were having gross vision. But only a subtle vision person can understand the subtle dealings of others. Why Param Gurudev was paying 10 times more in those days when there was financial crisis? Because he wants to rule over them with his show off of his strength riding on a horse. As a brahmachari, he's not supposed to do. But he was doing this for the sake of service to preserve Holy Dham Mayapur and paying more than what is required. Money plays an important role. If you give so much money, the person will follow you. And this is how Param Gurudev, he made his influence in whole Shridham Mayapur, and everyone who used to respect him. Like he's a very rich landlord person. They used to respect him, bow down to him. And because of the Param Gurudev's sacrifice and his endeavors, he preserved Shridham Mayapur. And because of this, what's happening today? The headquarters of ISKCON is in Mayapur. The headquarters of all Gaudiya Maths is in Mayapur and Navdeep. Understand? It's because of influence, or we can say the contribution of Param Gurudev. But how many devotees acknowledge this? As I many times say, there are some acharyas who are behind the curtain. They are not known. Their contribution is not known. But when we go through from their life history, we can understand, oh, so much they have done. So much. So headquarters of all Gaudiyas, Mutts, and even ISKCON is in Mayapur. But who preserved that Mayapur Dham? All credits goes to Param Gurudev, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, who used to be thin and tall, but very bold in speaking, roaring like a lion. Sometimes we used to hear from Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. He used to describe his figure. He said thin, tall, but when he used to speak, he used to like shooting arrows. Very bold. He can't tolerate any nonsense. If anyone just say anything about Gaudiya Math, Param Gurudev always standing like this to like fight with that person. How dare you can said something about my Guru Maharaj or our Guru Parampara. He always stand like this, boldly. And not only with his physical strength, but also with his intellectual strength. He used to write articles defeating Mayavad. He used to write articles, very strong articles, by giving so much evidences from the scriptures. And no one has any, no one can even overrule or overwrite the writings of Param Gurudev. No one can, because the evidences are bona fide from the scriptures. Yeah. And similarly was our Gurudev, Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And for that reason, Param Gurudev has written a book, Mayavad Ki Jeevani. We also have in English. You must read this book. By reading this book, you will understand how Param Gurudev, he refuted Mayavad with so many evidences. There was a question, why Gaudiya Math people accept Tridanda Sannyas? This is not the system. Because in the country India, there's only one Dand Sannyas was prevailing, established by Shankaracharya. But these Gaudiya people, they're introducing three Dand Sannyas. Param Gurudev, he wrote an article and explained there's these three Dand Sannyas. Three Dand Sannyas is not introduced by us, but actually we are following the ritual. We're following the system, the Vedic system. And in every yuga was three Dand Sannyas. He gave example when Ravan came to kidnap Sita Devi. Ravan disguised himself as Tridandi Sannyasi. That means it was a system of Tridand Sannyas in those days. That's why Ravan, he disguised himself as Tridandi Sannyasi. He said in Dwapar Yuga also, Arjun, he disguised himself as Tridand Sannyasi to kidnap Subhadra Devi, the sister of Krishna. That means there was a system of Tridand Sannyas. And then all other acharyas, Shri Ramanuja and other acharyas also, they were Tridandi sannyasis. So this is how Param Gurudev used to, his writings was having backed by so much evidences. Yeah. So you see, the nature, the personality of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and the nature of Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Although same line, although same, but the way of presentation was different. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was more like mellow, soft, reconciling all dharmas, all religion together, very soft. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, no, hammering, strong. This is not bhakti, this is not bhakti, this is not bhakti, this is not bhakti. Throughout his life, he himself said, my whole life, I spent my whole life in telling this is not bhakti. But I didn't got time to establish actually what is bhakti. And following the footsteps of Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, all our acharyas also cutting Mayavad and explain this is not bhakti, this is not bhakti, this is not bhakti, this is not bhakti. But our Gurudev, Shri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he used to say, listen, my all Guru Vargas and Prabhupada, all throughout their life, they spend their time and life in cutting jungles and establish this is not bhakti. But now I will tell what is bhakti. I will establish what is bhakti because they have done a lot and with their blessings, they cutted the jungles. But now I will show the path where this path is going right from the jungles. And then he's saying this is bhakti. What is bhakti? Anya vilashita shunyam gyan karmad anavritam anukulena krishna anushilanam bhaktir uttama. Gurudev established this is uttama bhakti. And boldly Gurudev saying, Radha Dasyam is the only aim and object of Gaudiya Math. And he used to say, this is what my Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj came to give to this world. This is what Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada wants to give to the entire world. This is what Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and this is what all our acharyas came to give. So Gurudev used to say, they all chose me to establish this. So credit is not to me. The credit goes to all our acharyas. I tell you one incident. I don't know which year it was, maybe 2004 or 2005. We were traveling with Gurudev in North India and we were preaching there. Gurudev was preaching there. 7 days Bhagavad Katha. So after evening Hari Katha, when Gurudev used to come back to his room, we used to massage him. This is every day. All devotees knows around the world. The Gurudev used to lie down and we all brahmachari used to massage him because doctor told us to do this. So once upon a time, Gurudev was lying down and we were massaging him and he was relaxing. He was like calm down because his mind gets so active in speaking to many people and to speak, very, very in-depth details, Hari Katha about Bhakti. So mind is very active. So he can't sleep unless the mind get, peaceful. So we used to massage his head, massage his lotus feet to calm down. And he was relaxing like this. Meanwhile, one householder, one devotee came and he said, Gurudev, only you are giving this details of bhakti and the gradations of bhaktas. This is your contribution to this world. If you would have not given this, the entire world would have been bereft of these details. He just said this. He was giving this credit to Gurudev. You understand? That Gurudev, you're giving this. Immediately, Gurudev, he opened his eyes and stood up. And we were all massaging and we were worried, oh, what happened? And Gurudev raised his index finger to this person, this devotee, and said, never say this. Never ever you say this. I'm not doing this. My Gurudev is doing this. He taught me this. Bhaktivinoda Thakur taught me this. Sanatan Goswami taught me this. The credit goes to all my Gurudev, and through him the credit goes to all Guru Parampara. Don't ever say, I'm doing this. And the day if I think I'm doing this, my whole preaching will be spoiled. I'm not the doer. My Gurudev, my Guru Maharaj is the doer. He is doing this. and I learned from him. Then we all said, okay, Gurudev, please calm down. Please calm down. Gurudev said, never say this. And we made him lie down again, back to rest. This is how Gurudev was always, at every step, he's saying, I'm preaching and telling about Radha Dasya because this is what my Guru Maharaj, means Param Gurudev, wanted to give. But there were so many obstacles to come across this point. And all these acharyas, it's such, all these acharyas have done so much contribution to cut these jungles. And Gurudev said, made me so peaceful and easy to establish actually what is bhakti. So Param Gurudev was like this. How about the renunciation of Param Gurudev? In Gaudiya Math, in year 1920, there was, or maybe 25, there was not so much money. The Chaitanya Math, the first Math, Chaitanya Math, was established in Mayapur. But there was no money to maintain the Math. And Srila Prabhupada started preaching, going to other states, other towns and villages to preach the doctrine of Mahaprabhu. And Param Gurudev and Narhari Seva Vigra Prabhu, the mother of Gaudiya Math, they both were taking care of Sri Chaitanya Math at Mayapur. And there was no money, but they have to eat something. So what they were eating? Gurudev used to explain, they used to dig a hole in the ground and they boil very cheap fat rice, which is very cheap, and so much bad smell comes from that rice. I've seen in Bengal, very cheap rice. Very poor villagers, they used to eat this. They're still eating that, poor people. And they just go to the jungles and cut some leaves and boil that as spinach and make a hole in the ground, putting that rice and that spinach, add some salt, and only eating that. That's all. Only eating this much. And after they eat, they fill the hole. And again the next day, again making another hole, put rice and spinach and eating that with the salt. For so many days and weeks and months they were doing this. After preaching, when Srila Prabhupada, he came to Chaitanya Math, nobody told him, Param Gurudev never told him that we are having some financial crisis. Prabhupada asked, how the Math is going? How the center is going? And Param Gurudev said, good. And Prabhupada, everything is going so good. No issues. He don't want to disturb the mood of his Gurudev. You see, and we always go to our Gurudev and tells the problems. Gurudev, nothing is good. This is the problem. That is the problem. But the mood of Param Gurudev is, I should not disturb my Gurudev. Always give him good news, not the troubles. So this is the difference between him and us. But after some days, Srila Prabhupada came to know that there is not enough money in the Math, in the center, that they can even buy leaf plates or banana leaf plates to eat. They don't even have money to buy the leaf plates. And what to speak of buying the grocery? Not possible. Then Prabhupada called Param Gurudev, Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, come here. And Prabhupada used to address him as to me. Now, in English, we have only one word, say you. But in Hindi or in Bengali, we have different words to address to someone who is superior to us. We used to address them as aap. Someone who is same age group as us, we say tum. And those who are inferior to us, or not only inferior, but those who are very, very intimate, then we say tu. This is the difference. Srila Prabhupada used to call Param Gurudev as tu, tumi. Tumi means, I don't know how to say in English. English is only one. You. And only two personalities. Prabhupada used to address them as Tumi. Param Gurudev and there is one other, Paramanand Prabhu. But all others are with so much respect. Prabhupada used to give respect to his disciples by addressing them as Aap. Oh, have you done this? Very politely. But Param Gurudev, very intimate. So he called upon Vinod Bihari Brahmachari and asked, I'm hearing there is not enough enough money in the center. He said, who told you? Prabhupada said, I came to know this. And this is how you're eating? Digging a hole and putting rice and spinach from cutting from the jungles? Why are you not telling me? Why didn't you tell me before? I can supply. I will ask. Param Gurudev said, no, Prabhupada. The person who told you didn't told you the complete story. There is so much money. Nothing to worry about. Then why are you eating like this? He said, because when we hear Hari Katha from you, you always used to tell us, live a life of renunciate. Live a life of renunciate. Simple living, high thinking. Simple living, high thinking. So I thought, in your absence here, we can just try applying this in our life. We want to just try to practice if we can do this or not. So we were just practicing like this, Prabhupada, nothing to worry about. We have so much money. But nothing is hidden from Srila Prabhupada. Tears came in his eyes to see how Vinod Bihari Brahmachari loves him so much that he don't want to give him any trouble or any complaint, but only wants to give him good news. Yeah. This was the renunciation of Param Gurudev. In the service of Param Gurudev, we all know one who keeps his life in his face and wants to give his life for the sake of protecting his Guru Maharaj Prabhupada. When Prabhupada was preaching very boldly, many became against him. Many became enemy to him. And in this Navdeep Dham Parikrama, they brought bricks, stones, and bottles, soda bottles to hit, to kill Srila Prabhupada. But Param Gurudev, he took his Guru Maharaj Prabhupada in the room and exchanged his cloth with him. As the disciple of Sri Ramanujacharya, Kuresh, also did like this thousands of years back, this past time. The prominent disciple of Sri Ramanujacharya called Kuresh, he also did exchange his cloth with his Guru Maharaj. Why? To protect him from the enemies. Param Gurudev also exchanged his cloth of Srila Prabhupada and locked him in the room and came out boldly with a stick in his hand to fight with the enemies of his Guru Maharaj. And he chased all of them away. Later, Srila Prabhupada came to know what Param Gurudev has done for him, and he became so much proud of his disciple that he is giving his life to me. After that, Param Gurudev, he was very expert in filing court cases. Yeah, anything happened, court case. So immediately, Param Gurudev, he filed a court case against all these people who tried to hit Prabhupada. Yeah. But he didn't inform Srila Prabhupada that I have done this. He didn't told him. But everything was coming on newspapers. Because Srila Prabhupada was a prominent personality. That the founder of Gaudiya Mutt, Srila Prabhupada, was attempted to be killed in Navdeep Dham. And there's a court case against all of them in this way. The court case was there. Prabhupada came to know this and he called upon Vinod Bihari Brahmachari. Vinod Bihari, did you file a court case? Said, yes, Prabhupada, I will not spare them. They should be get punished. They should be get punished. Prabhupada said, no, take back your court case. I don't want this. He said, but Prabhupada, they try to hit you. They try to kill you. I will not spare them. Now you see the mood of Srila Prabhupada. He said, Vinod Bihari, they try to hit my body. I can tolerate this hit. But when they will try to hit my Siddhanta, when they will try to go against the Siddhanta of Mahaprabhu, then I will not spare them. They're hitting my body and I will tolerate this. But if they try to hit my Siddhanta, then I will not tolerate them. Therefore, take this court case back. If they say something about our Siddhanta, we have pen and paper and we will write magazines and newspaper and articles against them. We will write like that. But no court case. Take this back. So Param Gurudev did like this. He took this court case back. And then next day, it came in the headlines in the newspaper. And what was the headline? Still, Nityanand is present. Still, Nityanand Prabhu is present in this world after so many years. You understand the meaning? Nityanand Prabhu was hit by Jagai and Madai. Two rocks in the street. They hit Nityanand Prabhu on his forehead. Yeah, with earthen pot. They hit Nityanand Prabhu and blood came from Nityanand Prabhu's forehead. And Mahaprabhu wants to punish them. Mahaprabhu took a chakra and wants to kill them. But Nityanand Prabhu said, no, 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 Mahaprabhu, don't kill them. This incarnation is not for killing. Please give them prema. Please give them love. Yeah. So, Eman dayalato nai re. Markhe prema de Eman dayalato nai re. We have this song in the song book. We have a song in the song book. I'm going to sing one line. Jai Govinda, take your headphone. दयाल निताई चैतन्य बोले नाचे अमर मन, नाचे अमर मन, नाचे अमर मन। निताई चैतन्य बोले नाचे अमर मन। ए मन दयाल तो नाई रे, मार खे प्रेम दे। दयाल तो नाई रे, अपराध शून्य होए पावे प्रेम धन। दया निताई चैतन्य बोले नाचे अमर मन. So in this song, he said Dayal, all compassionate, Nityanand Mahaprabhu. By reciting their name, my mind, my heart is dancing. Because who can be more compassionate than Nityanand Prabhu? Who got hit on his forehead, but he wants to bless and give prema to Jagai and Madai. Just like a tree. Throw a stone to tree, and tree, what? Tree gives the fruit back. Means the essence of tree is in its fruit. The tree gives the fruit back. Tree is not retaliating with throwing stone on us. This is the nature of tree. Yeah. Nityam Prabhu is like this. Param Gurudev is also like this. Yeah. And the glories of Srila Prabhupada. Because of Param Gurudev, the glories of Prabhupada was on headline. Still, Nityan Prabhu is present in this world. That Prabhupada got hit by his enemies, but he don't want any court case. He wants to forgive them for this. But he will not forgive them if they try to write something against the Siddhanta or speaks against Siddhanta. So this was the some of the glories, very little, like we can say only 2% of the glories of Param Gurudev. There are so many glories about how he uh, manifested Radha Vinod Bihari Ji. He wrote Ashtakam, Radha Chinta Niveshinam Yasya Kanti Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Linge Vigraham. He wrote, he established Shri Radha Vinod Bihari and composed Radha Vinod Bihari Ashtakam. So this another part which is we can see his a very hard role fighting against the enemies or those who are following Mayavad of Siddhanta. But on the other hand, he was having very soft heart, like a maid servant of Radharani, the, the assistant of Nain Mani Manjari in the service of Radharani. You see, Prabhupada is Nain Mani Manjari, the beautiful eyes of Radharani assume a form, and that is Prabhupada, Nain Mani Manjari. Yeah. And the inner part of that pupil is Param Gurudev, who's helping Srila Prabhupada in service of Radharani, establishing Radha Dasyam. So there are so many glories of Param Gurudev. We have heard some of that the very first day of Kartik, and we pray to Param Gurudev and our Gurudev. Please bless us so we can follow a little fraction of the teachings of Param Gurudev to make our this month, Kartik month, most auspicious, and not only in this month, but the complete life, all auspicious by remembering you and your contributions and your dedication towards your Guru Maharaj. May this kind of nishta, firm determination, and this kind of service mood can reflect on us. We pray to your lotus feet on this very auspicious day of your disappearance day from this world. Jai Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki Jai.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda